And so Wario demanded sun, and there was sun. Hello, and welcome back to Wario Land 3. On the last episode, we continued cleanup of the video game. In this episode, we continue cleanup of the video game. This may be the last episode, or the last big episode of cleanup. It's not the last episode. It's not the last episode. Well, I was about to say by far, but there's only a few more episodes left after this. And speaking of a few more episodes left after this, we no-scope that coin. What does that have to do with the previous statement? Absolutely nothing. Just that there was a coin just off the top of the screen that you're supposed to throw the spearhead through to be able to get to. But because I knew it was there, we were able to no-scope it, no problems whatsoever. And we just barely dodged that octopus. That octopus friend was almost very much an octopus enemy. I believe there was a coin at the end of this stream of water current, whatever you want to call it. I don't think there was a coin near the bottom, but there may have well been. Yeah, I think this is the only coin in this room. I'll be kicking myself in the teeth, which will be very painful, if that isn't the case, though, because the blue chest is in a slightly inconvenient place to come back to, or come back from, I should say, from this area. Because if you remember this, in the center of Beneath the Waves, there's the door that we go through, taking us into a big room of pulleys that we... Pulleys! That's the word I was looking for. Like, so long ago, and I was like, oh, they're zip lines. But they're not exactly zip lines, but I couldn't think of a better word for them. I kept calling them zip lines, but pulleys was the word I was looking for. Is that any better? I'm not exactly sure, but I like it, and it was the word I was looking for all those episodes ago. I think the coin, yeah, we're gonna need our bouncy friend to help us bounce up to there. Which was very convenient, and luckily for us, we can now just throw him to the other side, to be able to let us go over here without having to deal with the arrangement that would have originally been like, let us get over there. But yes, there's a big room filled with pulleys that will lead us to our last treasure chest. Which would mean it'd be a little inconvenient if I missed any coins and would have to come back, because then we'd have to, go through all the pulleys, go up there, realize I don't have all the coins, and then it'd be bad. And then maybe I'll accidentally, like, run into the treasure chest without all the coins, and then I will cry a lot and be very upset and grumpy. Very grumpy. That was a very grumpy last episode. Playing a game, and then you get a little case of the grump, am I right? So this is what, like, our fourth coin by now? I'm a math minor, I can't count, You have to major in math to be able to get the privilege to be taught how to quantify numbers with your brain in a repeatedly successful, or whatever. I can't count. That's all that matters there. It was a joke that I couldn't count, but then couldn't think of all the words I wanted either, because not only can I not count, but I can't use the English language either. So that'd be number 5 if I am counting correctly, and also since I literally just checked the map and it said 4. But I don't trust myself, and I don't trust my horrible, awful memory, so I figured, let's go ahead and check. Is there gonna be I feel like they're missing a coin somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Because there's probably a coin or two in the pulley area. I don't know if there's a coin in this room, though. Oh, actually, before I just jet back by this without even thinking about it, this little, like, safe, big, heavy 5-ton block is the same thing that we saw in, I want to, grab pen here to get rid of that slime. It's the same thing that we saw in the vast plain, where we had to use the red and blue chemicals that I deemed with the stupid hex code names that I will never be able to remember off the top of my head. So bad naming me. Yeah, but you use those chemicals to be able to make a way through, and luckily there is a coin up there, but that'll be our 6th coin. So yes, as long as there is, in fact, a coin, or 2 coins, I should say. If there was one, one coin wouldn't help us at all. 2 coins, however, will be very beneficial, and I actually probably should have killed that other Bear over there, because it'll be problematic for us coming back. We will need one of them to get the coin, because as we saw, there was going to be spikes in our way, but now that we had... Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. Yeah, no problems whatsoever. I was like, oh, he could hit us with ice and then make us, like, slide all the way back, and that could be a pain, but whatever. It all worked out perfectly fine. And as long as there is, in fact, 2 coins in that pulley area, we should be golden. But I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't remember any of them off the top of my head. So that could be bad, but we've explored everywhere else this level has to offer. I guess we didn't go drop... Actually, I'm going to go do this before we make the pulley adventure, just because I want to be as thorough as we can. I'm going to come check up here in the very corner of this map. Yeah, because this would be kind of a devious and actually kind of a decent place to hide a musical coin. I might have put one there if it were up to me. But you know what? This may shock you, and it shocks me greatly. It was not up to me, surprisingly. Whenever they developed Wario Land 3, they weren't like, hey, kid, because I was very much a child then. What do you think you should put this coin? You think we should put it in this corner? And by then, I'd probably be like, no, I want to meet Mario. Show me Mario. Why don't you let me meet Mario, you cowards? And luckily, there is actually a coin up here. I just wasn't sure where that went, and I guess it took us to a coin, so it all worked out. But unfortunately, I've activated this pulley, so we're gonna have to... We're on the pulley's time schedule now. Whenever the pulley decides to show up is when we can go, and am I gonna be able to make that jump? I don't think that there's any transformations in this room. So I think this just may be the case of getting the timing for this jump right. I may end up having to cut until I get this timing down, because timing and rhythm are things that I'm just absolutely not great at. There we go. I was holding up on the D-pad, and when I made that jump, I don't know if it made a big difference, but I was holding left on the D-pad. Directions, you know, they're not numbers, but I guess I was about to say, you know, I know numbers better, but that's actually the antithesis of the joke I was making earlier. And we got we went in that like new area behind the thing to get the blue key. So we do have the blue key. I was starting to like panic. Do I have the blue key? We only have 7 coins. That could be bad. Hopefully it will be a coin in this area, because if there's not, we'll be in a lot of trouble. And I guess there's a coin in the area, so we're not in a lot of trouble. And is this room really just a small like area? I was expecting like a kind of like big finale to the Beneath the Waves. I, for a hot second, couldn't remember what this level is called. This level is pretty decent, you know. To be honest, this isn't one I think of very often, even though like I have that like kind of weird childhood memory of that like restaurant I talked about earlier. But like this isn't a level like I too frequently think about when I think of Wario Land 3. I almost said 4. But this isn't a bad level. It's kind of short and sweet to the point. Like, we were able to get all the coins in, like, what, 10 minutes? My recording says 10 minutes, once again. I don't know if I started recording and then, like, dicked around for a little bit. Who knows, who knows, who knows. And here is the Crest of Clubs, the suit that I absolutely could not remember for the life of me. But there we go. We're making a lot of good progress to completing this unknowable mural, whatever the hell is being depicted there. Perhaps once we complete it, it will make sense. It probably will not, because, like I said, it's completely unknowable. Who can even know things? I don't even know things. But what I do know is we're going above the clouds, and we're here at night. And this is going to be our green chest. I just had to make sure that this wasn't secretly the blue chest level, since this is the namesake for this episode, I believe. I had to look over at my notes to make sure. Because I don't know if I've ever talked too much about this, but the naming conventions for the episodes are a little weird. Like, obviously, I'm just using level names. But the conventions behind it were... the first thing I took into account when... naming the levels, or naming the episodes, was the levels that you got the music boxes in. Those missions in each episode would be the kind of namesake for that episode, and that was the first one. Next was power-up, so levels that we got a power-up in was the next kind of tier of the naming. So, like, if we got, like, a power-up in the Vast Plain, that episode would have been called the Vast Plain. I pulled that one out of my ass, and we very much so didn't get a power-up in the Vast Plain, because the last episode was called the Vast Plain. After that, I believe it was, like, things like, oh, did we... is this level new, or did we just complete this level? Followed by, like, that point was just, yeah, if that episode, or if that level was in this episode, we'll just name it after that, to kind of make sure every episode had a level name in it, since there's going to be 25 episodes. I don't know if I've ever talked about that too much. When I was like planning like the LP, like when I first started planning this LP like years ago, like, oh, which levels will I go to? I'd originally planned to do like 4 episodes a level, and then at one point it was like, oh, I'll do 5. So I kind of had jumped between 20 to 25 episodes for years, and then like a hot second before I started this LP, I was like, you know what, screw it. Rather than having a uniform like 4 or 5 per episode, I'm just gonna go hog wild and plan it out however I feel. Just shake it out and see what happens. Which is why it ended up being a little weird, and you get weird episodes where one episode's 9 minutes and the next one's 55 minutes, because my planning wasn't amazing, and I'm sorry about that. I wanted the naming thing, and I probably forewent a lot of viewing pleasure for that, so I apologize. But what I will not apologize for, golfing, and what is also our last instance of required golfing in the game. This is the last unique golfing mini game clear block. Our last like golfing thing in the game. So we're good in the hood after this. And I even went and checked. I don't believe that there are any levels that we will need to golf to like complete them, even for like musical coins. Because I went and checked the levels that we'll need to get all 8 coins in. And none of them have a golfing segment in them, aside from one in this episode, but we don't need to actually get behind a minigame clear block, so we're all good. And will we be able to... No, we will not be able to slip past that, so we'll have to come over here. Oh, I just totally destroyed that bird accidentally. But that's fine, I mean, not that we wanted the bird to live or anything. Okay, so this is going to be a pain. We're going to have to walk down here as Zombie Wario to destroy that Prince Froggy, but since I already came this way, we had to dodge all those stupid birds. So now we're going to have to very slowly walk all the way back. That kind of sucks. I kind of hate whenever the game does stuff like that. Like, this honestly doesn't happen that much in this game. Actually, it probably doesn't happen a lot in... I don't remember any... Maybe there was, like, one large, like, zombie segment. Like, in the Mysterious Manor, or whatever the hell the haunted house is called in Wario Land 2. And I don't... Is Zombie Wario even in... Yeah, Zombie Wario's in Wario Land 4. I don't think there's a big, like, zombie segment, though, but just this, like, long segment of having to walk, and then you could potentially, like, untransform yourself because you think you're done, and then have to make your way back and make the slow crawl again kinda sucks, but whatever, it's not too big of a pain in the ass, so we're all good. We're all friends here, and actually, before I touch that light, let's go ahead and just sidle on over to the side and make sure everything's fine, even if this is going to be pretty... You know what? Screw this bird. That's kind of interesting that we kind of knocked him off, I guess, because we ended up hitting him in his weak spot instead of, you know, just running into him with the Zombie Wario. So, if, like, yeah, if I jump into him from the front, you destroy him normally. Normally for Zombie Wario, I should say. But yes, this is the last instance of golfing, and it's good to be had. We're never ever going to have to golf again. Probably never going to have to golf again. Guilty feet. We've got no rhythm. For some reason, I thought the minigame clear thing was over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue down this way and go up that little ladder they provided us over here to make sure everything's good. As we dodge the bird hell that's sitting here, you know, that famed video game genre, bird hell. Yeah, we're in it, buddy. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure where the minigame room will be. Probably just beyond this lump. It is not. Uh-oh. I was hoping it'd be in this area. If it's not, then we're gonna have to do a little bit of exploration, which will be bad, because I have no idea where it is. Maybe it's, like, on the next screen. God, there are so many birds in here. Just a wealth of birds, an embarrassment of avians in this cloud, this little, like, thundercloud-looking thing. Because I believe this area is still pretty dark even during the day, and let's go ahead and not be infected with zombie. I would rather not currently be a zombie. Yeah, we're gonna have to go find the minigame block. I would cut away until I found it, but I honestly have no idea where it is. So let's just go on a little adventure, and I hit the top of the screen there, which was kind of weird since, you know, sky, and I fell a long, long way, which was a little unfortunate. I don't think we actually have a lot of above the clouds left. I think this is the topmost screen. I thought there was another one above it, but I guess there isn't. That doesn't look like... Yeah, that's not a minigame room. Maybe there'll be a little challenge back here. The minigame thing? Let's go ahead and check. Hopefully, No, this is where the red... I don't think they put the minigame block in here. Maybe there is a screen above it, and I hit my head on something else. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, there's a blue key, so I think we're going beyond where we needed to go. Because I haven't... Oh, the minigame room's at the very beginning of the stupid level! Oh, why didn't I think about that? Oh, my God. Damn you above the clouds! Damn you! And you guys probably saw it when we entered this level. You were probably like, oh no, it's right there! Yo, you need to get the thing! Because I wasn't even thinking about it. Oh, God, now we're going to enjoy this last instance of golfing together, and what do you know? It's the easy-ass hole-in-one thing, and I didn't hole-in-one it because I'm the worst. Whatever. I hate mini-golf. This is the worst. I hate you. I hate you, mini-golf. Not you, Wario. You're great, and you are my friend. I can't believe I was so caught up in talking about the stupid, like, episode naming conventions. I didn't even think, like, oh, I should, you know, do the minigame block. Also, I just wanted to point out that this balloon that we freed last episode with the snippety scissors ends up being a platform to allow us to enter this area. So dumb. I was like, I even knew that the stupid last minigame golfing segment would be here, and then I didn't even think about it because I was so wrapped up in telling you about naming conventions. You know, the stuff that you guys really, really care about. God, you know, just the minigames, the golf minigame just had to make sure I didn't like it right up to the end. And what is this? This is just a jackhammer. Apparently I couldn't come up with a good... Oh, my heart skipped a beat when I saw only 4 coins. I was like, wait, no! I needed them all, but that was only the green chest. Ooh! That stupid, steep canyon has ruined me. Here I am, like, my heart giving out, like, early just because of this stupid, like, only getting half the coins. On a green chest level, no less. We actually probably could have actually gotten all the coins in the area, because I don't believe, wait, no, yeah, there's a separate, I was getting confused. I was like, oh, I don't think there's any blue coins in that area, but we haven't unlocked the blue area. What the hell am I talking about? Where do we need to go next? E6? Oh, E6 is the level that we just unlocked. Maybe if I paid attention to what the game was telling me, instead of being, like, just confusing myself. Like, I just straight up did, like, the Pokemon, like, you hurt yourself in confusion, like, thing. Like, that was literally what just happened. It was very confusing. Going and, like, mixing up, like... God, what level was I even thinking of? I can't even think about it, because I was like, oh, yeah, we, like, I don't think there was any, like, you know, coins in the blue area, but we haven't been to that blue area. God, why is it? It's just so confusing. Why did I think that? We just did the green chest. There's a lot of treasures in this. I guess I could see why you know, brain didn't work good, great, bad? Yeah, who knows? Who knows? And this is green chest, right? Yeah, cool. I was like, I don't think this is a blue chest level, but now my brain is, like, way off kilter, and I don't know a damn thing about anything anymore, and this is fine. This will do, and oh, there's just a coin up there. I was like, I want to know what's up there, and I was about to go and break it more so we could continue on through. So the Just a Jackhammer that we got opened up this air vent, so we can now continue all the way up this room in this volcano, which is very funny because this is the East Crater. In the West Crater, there was this room, like last episode that we did, that was just like this one. Not that, you know, it was like, you know, completely the same or anything, but it was very similar in that the idea was that it had these air jets, and, oh, there's a drop down here. I was like, how are we supposed to continue onwards? Okay, so we have to, like, crouch, do, like, fall while crouching to be able to continue onwards. For a hot second, because it's a volcano, it's very funny. It's very funny of me. Good job, me. But for a hot second, I was like, how are we supposed to continue onwards? Because we can't fight the air currents of the jet, and there wasn't a jump we could make at the end of here, but we just gotta do a little crouch work, and then we'll be all good in the hood. And oh, there's bats here! I was not expecting bats to be in the volcano. It's not a thing that you tend... Well, actually, I guess bats in, like, volcano, because it's a cave, I guess that makes sense if you look at it just from that perspective and don't think about, ooh, it's so spicy hot, then I guess it's all good. And we have the green key, right? We do not have a green key. Where the hell's the green key? I think it's in this room somewhere. Yeah, here's the green chest, but we have not seen a green key. No, wait, we did see the green key. It was, past the... It was like an area we couldn't jump to, I believe, like at the end of this path. Oops, I hit light. I wanted to fly all the way over there. That was bad of me. Let's just go ahead and do a little edit. A little edit? Should we do a little edit? I think we should... No, we're not gonna do... That'd be ridiculous. Why would I do any editing, guys? Come on. You know me. I apparently don't edit these episodes at all. I had to do a lot of editing on that last episode. So many cuts and so many episodes and... Or, I keep calling the levels episodes, like a weirdo. I don't know why I keep doing that either. And, I think from here... We might be able to continue onwards without having to go... Okay, yeah, we are actually just gonna have to go upwards, but it's not like a big, like, punishment. We don't have to do the, weird debug worm enemy wall, air vent. I almost said air vet, like it's a, you know, it's going to treat Wario's animalistic and stinks? What's wrong with my mouth? It's just, things aren't going great. Things aren't coming out of it right either. And I thought for sure those bats were gonna get us. And I thought there was another segment of bats, and I almost checked my stupid coins just because I was like so paranoid from the steep canyon. But we're good in the hood. It's just a green chest. We still have the blue chest for this level to collect. Probably not next episode. Next episode? No. Actually, we probably won't come back to this till the last episode. Actually, huh? That's interesting. But here, what we have might look to appear to be binoculars, but what it actually is, what we have actually collected here today, is the famous, or should I say infamous, Night Vision Boy, allowing you to see in the dark, but only in horrible, horrible shades of awful, awful red. I don't know when the whole, like, Virtual Boy stuff happened, because I never owned one. So I assume it was out at this point. Oh yeah, of course it was out at this point, because, yeah, Virtual Boy Wario Land happened in between Wario Land 1 and 2. Duh, I'm an idiot. I even did the stream of that game, and I couldn't remember. God, I'm so dumb. And our last episode for the day will be Sea Turtle Rock, which will also be our last instance of coming here. Sea Turtle Rock or Sea Turtle Rocks? I can never remember. Yeah, so this will be our last instance of coming here. And I went ahead and took the liberty. We just had a good laugh about me not doing a ding dang edit of this episode, or just in general. But I actually came in here and I cleared out all of the breakable blocks in this first area to make it easy to go ahead and traverse. And I even came down here and killed the boss again, because we were going to need to defeat the boss to ride the boss's wonderful squid calamari ring up to the top. The squid boss with the ridiculous name, to come up here to get a musical coin. So I actually did a little bit of editing, I'm a pat on my back, even though even before that I was like, yeah, I had to edit that last episode actually quite a bit more than I thought we would. And this is a breakable area that I guess I didn't end up breaking because I didn't visit every single area perfectly, I guess. My bad. I didn't visit every single area perfectly because I didn't want to bump into the coins, and I didn't want to bump into the coin, so I didn't go on that thing and then didn't think oh dang, that has a coin in it. I think there are 2 more coins on this first front screen. How many coins do we have? We have 3. Yeah, we have 3. Yeah, I believe that there's 4 coins in total on this front screen. That's the weirdest way to say this starting screen for this level. Because I believe that there'll be one in the bottom left, and then yeah, here we go. I didn't break that because I didn't want to fall down here and get stuck collecting that coin. I guess this isn't the bottom left. This is actually near the top left. But there is one in the bottom right that I don't know if we've actually ever gone to. Is this the... Oops, I didn't want to go in the door, but that's fine. The only thing that'll do, coming through this door is, respawn the stupid slime enemy. Not that that's a big deal at all, really, because honestly, that slime enemy is so easy to kill that it's not even an issue anymore now that we can... Now that we have the overweighted overalls, I can just slam down and do it. And oops, it looks like I missed another area. So I was not the most thorough clearing these out, and I apologize for wasting your time. It's not like I went ahead and took 5 minutes and did it. I don't know why. I get sassy like that at my at something I say, and then I get sassy about why the hell do I do that? That's so dumb. What a dumb move on my part. Oh yeah, why do you think that? And then I get sassy and defend myself against me. I guess I am my greatest critic, though, so I guess it makes sense that I'd get super sassy at myself, because I'm tired of my bullshit. Back on that bullshit again. Hey, why do you keep doing this? Why I oughta, Three Stooges get up and all. Which way do we want to go? I believe that there's a door. That's why I was thinking. There's a door in the bottom left that we need to come down. I don't remember what's in here, actually. Just assumed we'd have to come back here. Oh, this is where the minigame block is. I think there might be a coin over here, but I do not think we need, we don't need to get past the minigame clear block, because I actually checked it, I checked it, right? I remember checking it at some point, because I checked it in between episodes, because I knew we'd have to, I wanted to know about the minigames after, the last episode when we had the instance of 2 in the same level. I wanted to know if there were, more things like that. And how are we going to get past this, actually? Because we need to be Fat Wario, and then we need to do a bit of platforming. So we're going to have to either jump past both of them at once, or just time it out. Yeah, we'll time it out, right? That's probably be in our best entrance to, yeah, just go now. Just book it. Book it, Fat Wario! And there we go. We're good. And we can just come down here and see if there are any coins for us. Nope, just an exit. Just an exit. Just an exit. And I'm being super careful that I didn't accidentally hit like the stupid button and leave the level, because that would have been very, very bad. So yeah, we did not need to come down here at all. 5 coins. Are there going to be... Hopefully there's 3 coins in the sauce area we're going to. I am not 100% sure, but there's really nowhere else we can go in this area. I completely traversed it several times. I may have missed a coin on this screen, though, to be fair. So I guess if we end up... if we find ourselves wanting for coins, I already know where we should probably take a good, hard, long, truthful look in the mirror for coins. Where? Oh yeah, I was trying to remember where these stupid pipes were. Yeah, we want to go on the top pipes to be able to transition between screen to screen. There may be a coin in that other area. Oh, there's the coin. There's the coin I wanted. Is there a coin up here, though, in these like corners? That's what I'm not 100% sure about. That room that we just went through, we previously weren't able to traverse it properly. Like, when we came here for this green chest, we rolled straight through it previously. Actually, wait, what am I doing? We don't need to roll through here anymore. We can just walk. We can walk on our feet. I'm an idiot. I was like, oh yeah, we have to, you know, use the rolling thing to get through here, but we can just walk through those pipes. Previously, this room was completely cloaked in darkness, and you would have been unable to enter that door, because it was, like, pitch black. And I think even if you can see the door, you won't be able to, like, enter through it. The door itself, you probably can't see. I just threw that out as a disclaimer because I'm not 100% sure. But I imagine that the door itself spawns in afterwards because you can't interact with it, which makes me think that the game doesn't even bother to load it until you get that treasure, as opposed to like doing something weird with like, oh, let's set this door to like inoperable or something. Because I don't think that's been a thing where there's ever been a door we couldn't go through unless it was like properly like closed off. Like I can think of one in like a town. Not a Town of Chaos, the Peaceful Village, where there was, like, a door that closed, and, like, there was, like, those serpent doors that, like, you know, opened and closed. But there's never just been an instance of, like, a wide-ass open door, like, that you just couldn't interact with for no discernible reason. I guess I could have put, like, a door on it or something, but they wanted to go with, you know, utilizing the night vision boy, since the sales for them weren't that great. And once again, we're gonna have to do a little bit of timing here, which I've already revealed is one of my weaknesses. Just, I don't know why, all the video games I played, do you think eventually I would develop a sense of rhythm with all the stupid, like, rhythm mini-games in games, and just straight-up rhythm games, full stop, period? But nope, it just never clicked with me. I don't know why, I just don't got that sense of rhythm, and timing is just something I always seem to botch. Instances of, like, timing, always just end up being kind of a guess and check for me, just to see, like, oh, let me just check different timings until I kind of get it down and then just kind of memorize it from then on out. I guess it's something similar, like, with platforming. Like, platforming's probably, like, similar, but that's if you, like, super boil it down, because, you know, you start to get a feel for, like, oh, this jumps this far, and this is how long it lasts, and that kind of stuff. But at that point, that's probably just me being too bare bones with kind of my thoughts on the matter. I tend to do that, where I'll take a thought and I'll boil it down too far and like end up getting like super existential about it, and I don't know why I do that. It's a weird thing. Oh, well, I guess if I just try to jump at the end instead of trying to jump on here and then make another jump like an animal. I don't know why. Like, I was gonna say idiot, but then animal popped in my head, and then I like hesitated to say either. Don't know why. Oh, these blocks are interesting. Like, these blocks are darker than they normally are. That's so weird. I wonder if that's like a problem with the color palette in the game, because those blocks are darker than they normally are, which makes me think like either they have some kind of like weird like shading effect on them, which I don't know if you can do that on a Game Boy, where like, oh yeah, I want to lower like, you know, like the not the opacity, but like, you know, I want to darken or alter the color of a sprite. I assume it probably has some kind of functionality for doing that. Or if there's just straight up, like, you know, an additional, like, hey, here's a darker block than usual, like, in the game's data that's, like, only used here for some reason, and, oh, man, I bounced off that spearhead, and it just bumped me into those, like, lightsabers sticking off the walls. You know, it probably would have made more sense to call them laser beams instead of lightsabers, but hey, who cares? We're all about that May the 4th be with you, am I right? Star Wars, Episode 10? Episode 10? Episode 194? Can I stand on... Okay, I wanted to know if I could stand on that, and I probably should have assumed I couldn't, but I had to know. I wanted to know if I could stand on that. And I spot with my little eyes the 7th coin. I was like, oh, our last coin, but that is, in fact, not our last coin. which is kind of scary because I don't think there's gonna be another coin in this area. But I don't really know where else we could go if that's the case, because I've pretty thoroughly like traversed this level up until this point. So I don't know what it will do if there's not another coin somewhere in this area. And let's go ahead and just jump down here. Is this, how close is this to the, oh cool. I was trying to figure out where it was in relation to the this cart, because I was like, maybe I can land on the cart, and I did, and it was perfect, and it was the best jump anyone ever had. And a very important person came and put a little ribbon on my chest that said, "You made the best jump ever," from the very important person that you think is cool and very important. Maybe it was Sakurai. I really like that guy, Sakurai. Oh, and there's the coin, and there's the chest, and I'm gonna stay away from that chest because I don't want to activate that chest. Let's go ahead and I guess make our way back up there and get that coin. Okay, very carefully now, and by very carefully I mean I'm gonna tack and just jump over here to make sure I make the jump. And that's weird that this has this little lip on here. Oh, you know what? They probably put this little lip on here, so if you jump for the coin and you get it and you land and you realize, oh, the blue chest's here, and I don't have all the coins. This is hypothetical. I do have all the coins. You can just easily jump over the chest without having to worry about if you're going to hit the chest or not. So that's a nice little bit of game design here. Just a little, like, cautionary net just in case you don't have all the coins and you fall down here. And collect the full moon gong accidentally. Or so, I should say, so it doesn't incidentally happen. Because you don't want to collect the full moon gong accidentally. You have to collect that thing with purpose. And for a second I thought that was going to fill in like the first block, which would have made no sense because I assumed that would be like, you know, where in one out of the woods the first level of the game would happen. Like I said, that thing is a gong, and it is the full moon gong. Oh, I thought that like that black circle like silhouette behind it was going to turn into the moon, but it did not. But what the full moon gong does is summon the moon to appear from behind the volcano. So maybe something changed and above the clouds. And by that I mean at this point you damn well know something changed and above the clouds. I don't know why I worded it that way. You guys are smarter than that. I don't know why I would try and like mislead you or make you think things that you obviously probably already know because you understand how this game works. It's the end of the damn game. So that's the end of this episode, but on the next episode, my slow cooker has finally completed, and it's time to go reap the rewards that we have sown. It is time to visit the Forest of Fear in the next episode, not now. The next episode. The slow cooker's just got a little bit left on. You know, the slow cooker's done. I gotta pull it out and I gotta serve the dish. I have to prepare it. Well, I mean, I guess it's already been. Forest of Fear! Next time.